This summer I did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of took a couple things hard, that draw, then the injuries, and he had to pull out of the fight. And, I've been in the gym a lot. I've been planning out a lot of camps. I had the camp before, and then I had the camp now. Change up a couple things. Just been trying to gear up for the fight. I mean, you got to do the interviews and stuff, but this is important, really important to me. And, it's a big fight for me. So
Gray Maynard's with us, the title fight, UFC 136 this weekend. See, you're an even-keeled guy, so I'm surprised to hear you use the phrase, a lot of things hit me kind of hard. So what was it about the draw that irked you so much, and then I guess it weighed heavily on you for a while, huh?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I work my ass off. I train hard. I plan for the camps. I plan for everything. I put, a lot of the cash I make back into the sport, how to train, anything but the belt, it's not it. I want the win. I don't want to draw. So I take that hard.
So I saw you write on a blog, I think it was for a Canadian sports site, Sportsnet, and you said, I'm going into this fight angry. Tell us why. Not
angry at him, just angry because, I had that draw and it was a close one. I hate close ones. I want it to be an ass kicking.
So when you look back,
what I'm going for.
When you look back, Ray, at the first round, and you have him hurt really badly, do you look at the inability to finish the fight more on you, or was it the fact that he was like ultra tough, or did you not do something to finish him off?
No. It was a little of both. He was smart. He hung on to to my leg. He moved. He got out of there a couple times, and then of course me, I was swinging hard. I was going crazy, kind of. That's the most important time to slow it down, pick your shots.
Watching the fight, I can remember saying to myself, man, I wish Gray would use some of his wrestling a little more. And I don't know if you saw the fight over the weekend, but I thought Dominic Cruz fought a brilliant fight against Demetrius Johnson. Kind of, he tried striking early, and then he's like, screw this, I can't catch the guy, and that's his one strength. So he just muscled Johnson. So this time around, are you going to wrestle a little more? I mean, are you going to impose your size and try to take away the one big strength that Frankie has, and that's his speed?
Yeah. Again, like after I threw everything I had at him, it's kind of hard to go for a takedown, if you're kind of drained.
Yep.
For 4 rounds. I mean, I tell it into I've told, like, I've done, I don't know, a bunch of stuff where it's like, yeah, I was kind of drained after the first. It's tough to fight for 4 rounds when you're already drained.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to be crisp. It's hard to move. It was a gut check, and I had to fight off pure guts. And he had some problems too. He had to come back off that. It was a crazy fight for both of us.
Yeah. I like that. But that's when you need to tell media guys, like, you know what, I was tired, dude. I was, you don't know. I was tired. And wrestling does take that extra level of effort to keep going after takedowns, especially with a guy who's freaking fast as hell.
It isn't a deal like, all right, I came into it and I didn't train hard enough. That's why I got tired. It was an adrenaline dump. If you get hit by a car, in your car, you get that, like, drainage afterwards where you're just tired, lethargic, your arms are heavy, you're just kind of like, whoa, that adrenaline hit me, and then it stops. Because I thought it was done, to be honest. I thought I had the belt around my waist, and I threw 110%. It was almost a sprint for the whole first. Hindsight's always 20/20, but it happened.
So you've been in there with him, and Frankie is the smaller guy between the two of you. We're talking to Gray Maynard, getting ready for UFC 136. He's fighting for the lightweight title belt. Last time out, these guys fought to a draw here in Vegas at the start of the year. Is he too small for the weight class, or is it just his style does make him super effective? What do you think when people say, hey, eventually he's going to be a featherweight? When of course most of us saying that don't step in the cage with Frank Edgar.
do I think he's too small? Yeah, because there's some tough guys who are about to come up. If he dropped down, I think it would be a lot easier. He's doing a good job. He has the belt. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, of course. No, I mean, stylistically, he presents a challenge because he is so small. And, just like I said, Demetrius Johnson over the weekend is still, he may not be able to beat a guy like Dominic Cruz, but he's still a ball buster because you have to deal with his speed, and he never stops coming at you. So you have to have your cardio up.
But again, the more I took a piece of that chin the last fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that too many fights. There's some heavy hitters now. Henderson, Gilbert Melendez, Cowboy. You got a lot of guys who have, some power now. So if you can keep away from that, that's good. But if you do get hit, there's only so many times that you can do a fight like that.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned the rest of the division, Gray. And we're talking to Gray Maynard, getting ready for the title fight at UFC 136. Edgar pulled out, then you pulled out, and I guess they had told Anthony Pettis, hey, Maynard's going to fight you. But when you look back on that, I know you had legit injuries, but weren't you kind of justified to pull out? Like, I was saying, why would he risk a title shot, a rematch, to fight someone else in the division?
Yeah, I mean, you do a whole camp, you pay all the people who have to be paid. You go through the whole time. It's always nice to get a fight. We talked as a team, and we kind of, it wasn't the greatest camp. At the time, I just got stitches out of my eye. Hadn't sparred in 2 weeks. My elbow, my knee, it was like I can't jog. Mitts are hard to do because of my elbow. We kind of talked as a team, and it was just more smart to heal up. I mean, obviously, if it was for the belt, you pull it together and you try to do your thing. He got hurt, and it was more, it might be a good time to heal up as well.
Last thing, Gray. I mean, you're here in Vegas, so you know about the gambling, the sports gambling. So I'm sure you're aware of what the odds look like. This fight a while ago was basically an even fight. You in these two fights before this are 1-0-1. Yet I'm looking on the odds board, and now the odds have actually climbed stronger in favor of Edgar. He's like a minus 150 favorite. How does that make you feel?
I love it. I love being the underdog.
Can you see why? I mean, why are people thinking that Edgar's the favorite in this one?
Maybe because he came back. When you watch the fight, it's like, wow, he came back from that crazy round and he fought all the way through. It's more of he overcame, but nobody knows how I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody understands that. Especially if you actually played the sport or played a sport and it was like, dude, I hit that wall. I couldn't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like that, then like, all right, well, now you got to go 4 more rounds.
And that's tough. So you guys both overcame. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. And you can see me from round 1 where I'm moving, sticking. Then I did drop him to the next round to where I completely back off. In my mind, I wanted to give him that round just because I had to pull it together a little bit more. Then round 3, I pushed it a little harder. Round 4, he got a couple takedowns off the bat. I said, all right, this might be a good time to pull back a little bit as well, but still fight, try to get the round. But you got to know where you're at. In round 5, I pushed it. But if you watch, like, the one against Jake Shields and Dan Henderson, when he almost had him done in the first.
Yep.
Look at him after that round, completely drained.
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
Carwin, when he fought Brock, those are those adrenaline dumps that it's just like you get back out there, you get to the corner and you're numb and you're like, whoa, 4 more rounds.
Well, we're looking forward to it. This is an epic fight in the third of the series, and we wish you luck. We hope you get the belt, and we'll see you down in Houston.
Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate it.